Welcome to day 6 of the River Stour survey. Yesterday we identified eutrophication in the river channel. You see behind me there a very green blanket of duckweed, and that spurred me to think, let's take some phosphate measurements in the river here. What we'll also do is take some measurements at Shipston and also take some measurements at Halford Bridge. Take these bottles, we get them from a lab. They are sterilised, so we can get a quick sample from in here. That's all we need. Put the lid on. Label the bottle up so we don't mix up where we got the samples from, and off to the next location. And a quick safety tip: before you get in your car to drive to the next location, take your life jacket off. They teach you that in the DEFRA level 2 qualification, which everyone should have if they're surveying rivers. And that could save your life by taking your life jacket off, ironically. Because if you get in the car, put your seatbelt on, and for some reason the life jacket went off, it could crush your lungs, basically. People have died like that. So always remember to take your automatic life jacket off before you get in the car. Okay, here we are at Mill Street Bridge in Shipston. A few picnickers about today. No duckweed here. So I wonder if the phosphate levels are going to be different. This is something we do for corporate social responsibility, so it's nothing to do with getting paid for this, or this is a completely voluntary thing that we do because we visit lots of different rivers. It's just handy to have phosphate samples to see where the nutrients are in our rivers, and we've actually plotted this on a map that hopefully will be used for people that are trying to reduce that phosphate levels in rivers. It's a very simple process, and I'll show you how to test for it later. And finally, down here at Halford Bridge, the main road behind. Bit of a struggle getting in here, to be honest. Bit vegetated. We've got a brook coming in the corner there, so I'm going to take a water sample on the main Stour, because that could obviously be bringing something in with it. So let's see how this one goes, then we'll get back to the office and have a look at the results. Here we are in the lab, back at the office. So you get your pipette, you get your water sample, and you fill your vial, basically. These checkers, these phosphate checkers, they work on colour. So you put something in here and it'll make it change colour, because it will react with the phosphate and it'll tell you which colour it is, and then it will be able to, from the colour, work out how many parts per million of phosphate there is in that sample of water. Okay, so I've added the reagent, and you can see the water has got a slight tinge of blue, which is obviously picked up some phosphorus in there. So we give it a bit of a clean, because we don't want any dirt or marks on the outside of this vial to influence the results. And then we just pop it in there like that, press and hold for 3 seconds, and it starts counting down 3 minutes. 2, 1, wait for it. Huge, 1.53 parts per million. So the safe level is about 0.05 to 0.1. That is 1.53, and that's at the top end. And we've hardly had a drop of rain to wash anything in. That is a lot. On to the next one. If you look on the website, you'll see the results of all these samples from all over the UK that we do. Getting back to our one here, in Shipston. Let's have a look, see what we've got in the middle of our reach. 0.57, so that's the lowest on the reach so far. Okay, so what's this one going to be at Halford Bridge, I wonder? All will be revealed. 0.62, very similar to the level at Shipston, and a lot less from Mitford Bridge at the top. But there's obviously something going on this river. We're way over the phosphate levels we need to be, and which is explaining why there's so much vegetation in there and duckweed. Who knows what it is, but hopefully all these results which we store on our computer and we display them on our website will lead to some clues to people to help clean up this river. These results will also go in our survey report, so the Environment Agency might be able to do something about that, and hopefully, you know, the aim is to clean our rivers up. What happens is, with all this growth in our rivers, when it decomposes, it sucks all the oxygen out of the water and it kills all our ecosystem. Everything that lives in our ecosystem starts to die because there's no oxygen for it. So, you know, let's have a bit of a campaign, as there is already, about nutrients in our rivers, and this is just one thing you can do, anyone can do, to sample it. I'm willing to put these results onto our website if you can take some good samples and get some good results. Willing to populate our website with those as well. Thanks for listening. See you tomorrow.